Hello everyone, my name is Dion Morales and we are here in the final round of Swiss. I am Dion Morales here, the host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and today I am joined by Peter Fu.
Dion, thank you so much for that kind introduction. One of our main goals today is to take a more journalistic approach towards the broadcast of premier X-Wing events. What this means is on the front side of the house, you're going to see in numerous changes to our UI. You're also going to see our dedicated team members going to make sure the game state is reflected on what you see on screen, as well as some other production optimization things we're experimenting with. This also means that we're going to be respecting that fourth wall and not directly getting involved in any judge-related matters unless a judge asks us for our footage to do some instant replay. Speaking of the Marshal, Dion, can you tell me some about the floor judges in our team?
Yeah, so our marshal today is Brent Wong. He is local to Texas, and our floor judges are Mark Sebo, Gene Hogel, and Bobby Vowles. Our first player here today is Dan Murphy. He is flying quad Wookiees with Wookie Commandos. What can you tell me about Dan today?
Dan is from the Houston, Texas area, representing Apollo Squadron. Dan has been playing all the way since Wave 4, and he's been consistently doing well at SOAR Championships this year, reaching the top 4 in over 8 attempts.
And then we have Richard Sue. I like to call him Rich. Take a picture at an X-Wing event, Sue. And he's flying here a push-to-limit Assaj with Lat's crew because Lat's is staple to Assaj. We have a Captain Nym with VI, Auto Blaster, Trajectory Simulator, Bomblet Generator, Havoc, and N'dru with adaptability up. I will fix that here in a minute, with Harpoon missiles and guidance chips.
So Rich asked me to have a huge shout out to Sparta Games, based out of Omaha, Nebraska. Rich is from Memphis himself, and he's kind of a migrant of the X-Wing community, hopping from city to city, playing whenever he can. But he is a shareholder of Sparta Games, which is currently managed by our friend and community member, Aaron Bonner. A lot of you will know Aaron from such fame as like the Sigma 6 and the Triple Ks with Tacticians. I like calling Aaron the mad genius of X-Wing. He looks at such unique things, and he's one of those first guys who took to the math to optimize how we play the game. I love his play style, and one of my best friends from back home idolizes him. So this is going to be such a fun matchup. Rich Sue, this pillar of the X-Wing community, and Dan Murphy, this stand-up guy from the Texas area. Local versus international man of mystery, Sue.
Yep, and to give you some more information on why we chose this matchup, both of these players are 4-1. This is win and in. We wanted to give you a matchup that matters. Both these players, one of these players is going home and will not be playing tomorrow. The other moves on to our top 8, top 4, and then the final.
Hey, speaking of winner go home, can you tell me a little bit about these templates and tokens they're using? Because they look kind of familiar, Dion.
Yeah, these we see out there on the table some tokens that are made by Curl Paul Creatives.
And can you tell me something about Curl Paul?
They're awesome.
And I think they're also our round 6 sponsor, right?
They are not our round 6 sponsor.
Oh.
But they will be sponsoring our final. Round 6 of Swiss is brought to you by Salt Squadron. Salt Squadron is a fun and competitive play group out of Niagra Falls, Canada. They're stealing from Western New York since 2016. Salt Squadron. It's fine. You know, they don't sell anything. They literally just did this. They're like, Dion, we want to support you. Here we go. So they do make some cards sometimes and stuff. So check out their page, Salt Squadron. A lot of cool guys, led up by Kyle Thompson.
That was all planned.
Of course. I had to make you salty. All right?
I see what you did there.
Yep. So let's break down these lists a little bit. The 4 Wookiees. I know some people look at this on the table. I think some people call it magic carpet ride. All right, there's just, you got here 9 times 4, 36 health, plus reinforce. He's going to reinforce every turn unless he has an opening to do a focus. And you know, his plan is to do some damage. Now, one interesting thing, we look at Richard's list, you notice that there is no genius on Captain Nym. I didn't ask him why, but I know, excuse me, there's a player in our play group who doesn't like genius because it has caused him grief. Like, if you don't have it in your list, you like he doesn't have extra munitions, right? So he only has bomb generator, and it takes away the temptation to launch a bomb when you think it would be a good idea, and it might turn out to screw you. So none of that. So Lat's crew is, like I said, it is practically staple to Assaj Ventress. I mean, the ability she has to give a stress and then just eat that up as an evade, that's huge. I mean, you're gaining 3 points of value like every time that happens, and she only costs 2 points. So over a game, that'd be great.
So, so Dion, Dan is taking a different approach to quadruple Wookiees. I call him the Chris Allen special because that's what he was flying until he realized it was 2 NPE, and he stopped. Basically,
he was flying 3. 3 of them.
3 of them?
3 of them with tactician.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was flying 4 at some point, right?
Maybe. I think the tactician ones came out pretty quickly. But either way, these fly a little bit differently.
Yeah, because normally I see them fortress. Like, they face each other round 1 and 2, and then they force you to go through the rocks of death to create the circle of death.
Yep. And, yeah, so these guys are both 4 and 1. This is a play and in-game. So Assaj is going to end up bumping here.
And Dion, I like that we're doing the 4 and 1 table because it is win or go home, and these guys have a lot more to play for. Whereas the 5 and 0 guys, they're definitely making it to the cut tomorrow.
Oh yeah. And for maybe people who don't know, the reinforced token basically adds an evade every time somebody's being shot. So potential every turn, a Wookiee can stop 2 shots per turn. Or 2 hits per defending if you roll an evade on that dice.
So it looks like Rich is going to, he's going to split up that formation and force the Wookiees to commit to either Nym or the Assaj combo.
Yeah, because, I mean, you have to, or you want to try to get something behind the Wookiees. That way they can start shooting one of the sides that are not reinforced. You do have to choose which side you have reinforced. And we probably see Nym push fast here and put N'dru in a spot where he could get a missile off.
Yeah, and you know, this Assaj placement, I'm pretty happy with this opening because Rich doesn't really know who Dan is, and Rich is trying to feel him out a bit because again, I think this way of flying the Wookiees of straight jousting as opposed to the fortress and then circle is a bit irregular. So Rich is trying to figure out what's going on.
Alrighty.
All right. I think I don't know who Dan's gonna bite on, but maybe now it's the good time to let's poll the audience. Who do you think is gonna win?
There you go.
1 for Dan Murphy, 2 for Rich Sue.
Yes. And also, we're doing a little contest right now on the Gold Squadron podcast page. If you share the Twitch link of this round, which we did put up on our Facebook page, you'll be entered in a drawing to win a set of Gold Squadron podcast range rulers made by Curled Paw Creatives. So with Salt Squadron being our sponsor for this round, we are looking for our salty moment of the game. Okay? Salty moment of the game. Keep track, watch, and we'll do a little poll at the end to see which moment in this game do you think is the saltiest.
And while I tabulate some results from the listener poll, Dion, can you tell me a little bit about how you think this is going to play out with the rocks? Because I don't think either side's going to really get dragged through them.
No, this is basically you have the rocks set on Richard's side of the board. If Rich could get Dan to play in those rocks a little bit, that could be to his advantage. Be able to try to split up that formation because everybody has debris. The Wookiees like debris because they can shoot on it, but if you can get them multiple stress with Assaj, all of a sudden you're taking away reinforce, and that is the Wookiee you start hitting.
And Dion, how are we going to know if someone's sharing the Twitch link?
On my side of the Facebook page, it has metrics on that, and it shows me every person who shares my links.
Awesome. So share it through Facebook, right?
Share it through Facebook.
Okay. And our listener poll is starting to die down a bit. We have 10 in favor of Dan Murphy, 16 in favor of Rich Shu. So it looks like it's pretty close, but it looks like our listeners have Rich coming out on top of this one.
So I'm totally expecting probably a 2-bank out of N'dru here this turn. She'll have her ability activated. Her ability is if she has nobody within range 1 to 2, she can add 1 dice on a missile shot. Or not a missile shot. When shooting, she has a harpoon. N'dru's job there is to try to wreck something as hard as possible. She wants to throw 5 dice at one of these Wookiees and give Richard a target to take off the board. Because what you don't want to do against these is all of a sudden start spreading around damage and get that kind of fair ship rebel approach here.
Oh, we have the solution to fair ship, and yep, at least he has one at least that N'dru with the harpoon.
Yeah, I mean even a 1-bank right now gives him a missile shot. I would do the 2-bank though just to make sure you clear that debris.
What happens if Nym just YOLOs and goes straight at the Wookiees?
That's a bad idea. That is a dead Nym if he does that.
Just joust it, man.
We are 100% sure that Genius is not on Nym.
100% sure.
I double check and I was like, hey, does he have Genius? And he goes, no.
No. We got picture proof too.
He wants nothing to do with it.
Wish he had it though, so we could kind of play bowling here with that trajectory right there.
Yep. I do see the reason I don't want him to. I don't want Nym to turn into the Wookiees here is that you're just opening up Nym to shots. And yes, you could get 1 good turn of bombing, but if you have 1 good turn of bombing and a dead Nym, that doesn't help you. So you set up, you do something like a 2 or 3 forward. You drop a bomb there. I mean, it's not going to matter this turn. This is Scum Nym. By the way, Richard flying our first Scum list that's been on stream, and there's been very few Scum lists out here. Yeah. And Richard has been flying it to good success.
So you think Rich is doing that 2-bank with that Nym, advanced sensor, the 2-bank, and try to get around?
He does. He has trajectory simulator, no advanced sensors.
Okay.
So there's a 2-bank that I talked about. He's selecting his target.
And they're all going on that lead corner.
Yep. That looks like... All right, he's going for it. He's going for the turn. If he had extra munitions and Genius, this would be a nice turn to do that, but he doesn't have that, so doesn't work. All right. Richard's thinking about his action. Man, it's too bad that N'dru's ability is not going to trigger here. That extra dice really helps.
Yeah, they're just out, yeah.
Those red tokens are target locks on the table.
That would be a fun 5-dice harpoon, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the thing with reinforce is the way to overcome it is to overwhelm it, right? You overwhelm it with dice. You get you don't want multiple 2 and 3 dice attacks.
Yeah, and this is what that triple defender guy wanted to see.
Right. So it's range 2. Taking a range 2 shot on the lead Wookiee. We'll call that the top one. Rich wants to roll in his own box. That's fair.
And is that a Creative Solutions, or sorry?
That is a crafted storage box. Yes, it is.
I'm a little tired.
3 hits, 2 evades, plus reinforce. He's fine. And we did have the dice cam up earlier today. Unfortunately, we tried to set it up. TSA broke something that I need in order to do the dice cam. So we can't have that today. I'll see if we can get some replacement parts tonight. But,
what's that? What is it? Is that a hit on the back? Yeah, that is a hit in the back corner that was hiding. All right, that's pretty good. It's a nice harpoon shot.
Yeah, he's going to spend the target lock.
Warm up those dice. You got at least one hit, more hit in there, so 3.
He's going to guidance ships for 3. So he's going to take 2 on the lead Wookiee. 2 shields plus the harpoon condition.
And now we got Assaj throwing that YOLO crit there.
Oh, there is a crit in there. That's a blank, a crit, and a hit. Spending the target lock.
He wants it.
I mean,
I want it for Rich.
That's a focus. He's going to spend that, and he might get this through.
I think he's getting it through. I feel it. Takes the crit, triggers everything.
Yeah, those are 2 focuses, right?
Waterfall.
So, and then everybody at range 1 is going to take a damage. Not sure what they're debating. I can't tell if they're focus or evades. All right, it looks like it got through.
The problem here is now that
every single Wookiee, the one that was shot at, has 1 damage.
Okay, fantastic.
So we got 1 damage card on the lead Wookiee and waterfall of shield loss on everything else. The problem is with N'dru firing that harpoon, I don't think he becomes. I don't think he's targeted by anyone now. Now Dan has to hard commit to Nym or Assaj, and quite frankly, excuse me. Rich is in a pretty good spot because that kill box did its job, and now N'dru can just take pot shots for the rest of the game.
It's 2 evades. Takes a shield on N'dru. We got Wookiee Commandos for 1. That's an evade.
Range 2 from that other Wookiee.
It's interesting that he's splitting up his fire this way. I mean, he committed 2 shots into N'dru. Or miss.
So that's a
1 hit.
Suboptimal.
I mean, it's barely suboptimal. With Wookiee Commandos, it only gives you like a 0.25 increase. So it looks like we got an evade there. And a range 3. This is a good exchange for Rich. As long as he doesn't take too much damage on this one, this really works in Richard's favor.
Because now Nym gets to escape.
Yeah. Here's Wookiee Commandos for 1. 1 hit. Wow. Wow. Did Nym take any damage in that turn? I don't think he did. Maybe took 1 shield.
Nym is a pretty efficient dodger.
I mean, he's not, but it worked out. Yeah, so Nym in that whole exchange took 1 shield. So his mistake, I think Dan's mistake here is he split up his fire. He committed first to N'dru. He took a couple shots. He got a shield down. And then
I think he realized halfway through that exchange that N'dru doesn't matter anymore.
right. Because, I mean, N'dru is worth 21 points. A Wookiee is worth 25 points. So if they trade one for another, Rich is ahead.
Yeah, and the N'dru fired its harpoon. It did its job, and I'm a little worried that he seems to be favoring the Nym for targeting, because that Assaj is. Oof.
So we do want to remind you that this round is sponsored by Salt Squadron, and we need you to pay attention and make sure you help us find the saltiest moment of the game. And I'm answering a question here from Hofberger. All of the videos from the Chicago Regional are on our YouTube page. And all of the video from today will also be on the YouTube page. It'll be up on, it'll be up tonight in long form after it finishes processing. And then this week I'll take our HD recordings and upload them individually.
There are several people that are 5-0. Nami, there's at least 3 5-0s right now.
Right, they're playing for that top seed. So we're gonna. It looked like from the math we were getting that we will have 7 people playing tomorrow. So in that first round, somebody gets a bye.
Yes.
Okay. So you have 3 matches go off. You'll have 4. Then you'll have the top 4 match, and then we get our final. It's single elimination tomorrow.
I almost want Rich to not come in hard right now. I'd almost rather him take a slower roll, maybe a 2 bank, maybe, and because I think his mobile arc is pointed at the front right now.
Are you talking about Assaj right now?
Yeah.
Assaj should probably do something.
If his mobile arc is pointed into the front, I can see the temptation of coming in with a hard move. My preference would be he suck it up for 1 round and just take that bank instead.
3 bank. Yeah, but even man, if the arc is pointed to the front, which I think it is. Too bad it's not on the side. If it was on the side, that would be great. But I understand starting it with the front, so people don't understand. You don't tip
Telegraph,
your hand.
yeah. So N'dru is in a Oh, I can see. Okay.
Well,
so spoiler alert: N'dru is going to bust up that formation pretty good.
Oh yeah, she's good. Yeah. Well, remember, N'dru moves last. All these Wookiees go first.
And then N'dru's going to get right in the way of their desired path for the next round, and Nym is going to blast through and just eat Nym may just try to eat the debris cloud to optimize his bomb dropping capabilities.
Well, Nym has to Scum Nym ignores bombs, so he could trajectory simulator a bomb and then just go 4 forward or something like that. So Dan has a lot of choices here to make because he knows that bomb is coming.
I think Dan really wants to go after the Nym, and I don't think he should go after the Nym.
All right, so we're going after Nym. So I fully expect Richard 2 to be doing a trajectory simulator bomb here. And you know what? It's a lot of shots. If he takes them all. The 3 turn is red.
No, I think the Nym just eats the cloud. I think Rich saw this coming and did a 5 forward.
I mean, a 5 forward to get a bump would be okay.
Yeah.
I would try not to get stressed, though. Maybe do something like a 3 bank, because it achieves the same thing. You take away 1 shot and get a range 1 shot. Ignore a bomb. The problem there is you would be taking 12 dice to the face if you don't bump multiples, which I don't think he can. He's debating what to reinforce, and he is reinforcing the back, we believe. Or he pointed it toward the front. It's
Okay, so that makes sense. He thinks Rich is going to come in with the Nym. That's why he's forgetting about the reinforcement front, because he thinks he's going to back. But I think Nim's going to blast through.
So the Wookiees are covering a lot of ground. We'll find out to see what Assaj is going to do here. All these guys looks like they're reinforcing the front. And this guy is going through the rock. So he covers his I mean, Nym can't get out of his arc. Nym does only have 1 agility. So hopefully Rich did something fast enough to take away at least 1 of these shots.
And this is why I wanted Rich to take a bank with the Assaj as opposed to a too hard, because it sets him up better for the next round.
Let's see what he does here. There it is, the 3 bank. That's
Yes.
that's gonna clear stress.
It's a great move.
The mobile arc clears his distress. There you go. He's get 2 actions. He gets to decide what he wants to do. And now we wait. So N'dru probably just ends up bumping here. When it comes to target priority, yeah, exactly. Well, see, this is the one that's hurt, the guy that's in the middle. So Assaj will go put shots in there. N'dru can't attack that one. Nym probably bumps that one if you... Oh, I don't know about now. Probably bumps that one if you go straight.
I think Nym can clear him if he blasts through.
What's the fastest they can go? 4? They don't have a 5, do they?
Yeah.
They do have a 5. It's just red.
Yeah, I think that is the right move. That's beautiful. That's
Wow.
beautifully done.
Oh no, that's the bomb. That's the bomb.
Oh, ugh, never mind then. Well, you know what?
I mean, he's gonna get some damage done on that bomb. Nice clean bomb removal, hopefully. There we go. And Nym. Let's see what he chooses to do. He bails.
Interesting.
Too hard. Does the barrel get him out of any shots?
No.
No, it doesn't. But I think it might give him an obstruction. For a couple of them. For 2 of them. And you know what? He reduced the number of range 1 attacks as well. Nym does have Auto Blaster turret, so we got to remember that. That's in play.
I hope Dan remembers that.
So we're doing no damage on that one. 1 on...
The middle one.
That's the one that was hurt already.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, the one that was hurt's this one.
Okay.
That was the one that just took a shield.
Okay. I lost my spot. And nothing on that one.
Oh, this is terrible.
So the one that was hurt took...
I don't think the one that was hurt took anything. Assaj is shooting the target.
she's applying her effect.
Stress.
All right, I'm gonna go get a damage update because it's Just because we don't know. There's so many Wookiees. Which Wookiee is what? I really like when people have different ships and they paint them differently. That's as a streamer. That's super sweet.
We should just give him pegs.
Just give 'em pegs.
How are you designating those?
They're just I'm 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, so one of them still has 2 shields. The other one hasn't lost, hasn't got the extra damage core. And then one of them has no shields, and one of them has 1 shield. So the one that doesn't have any shields right now on the screen is still fine.
Okay. Then we
The
have.
next one under that has basically 0 shields.
Okay.
And the next one after that has 1 shield.
And the other guy has 1 as well. There we go.
This one still has 2.
Still has 2. Okay. Boom. There we go. Our board state is set. Didn't see the auto blaster. We were trying to update the UI. Did any damage happen?
I don't think it's happened yet.
So we have 2 Wookiees stressed right now. Nym,
The harpoon condition was already triggered.
yes.
2 foci.
So just a crit and a shield gets through on one of them. The one that has a shield on it still. Only one of them has 2 shields left. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a second here and try to quickly do some labels.
Okay,
And
you're gonna. All right.
Yeah. So just
While
give me a moment when you talk up the people.
While you do that, Dion, let's take some time to thank our general sponsor, which is Cascade Games from Cascade Games LLC, headed up by Steve Cameron, the ground team leader. Steve was kind enough to allow Dion and I have the exclusive rights to stream this broadcast of the X-Wing System Open here in San Antonio, Texas.
I thought I was the tired one, man. Wake up.
We've been working with. I've been working with Steve for a while now, and Steven's doing great. We worked together at Naboo, PAX Unplugged, and now here at this PAX. And I hope to be working with him along with Dion on a couple more streams in the future. Steve wanted me to let you know that there's a 5 to 10% discount on all Cascade items here on site. So if you have friends around, tell them to buy something for you. And get it sent back. Everything's already pretty cheap. With another 5 to 10% off, you're in pretty good shape. And this is inclusive of X-Wing as well. Second thing Steve wanted me to let everyone know is February 17th, or the weekend of February 17th, we're going to have another system open, completely new, open up in Portland, Oregon. That's Andrew Bunn country. Andrew's the one who won the PAX Unplugged system open. And then, excuse me, and though registration hasn't gone up yet, Steve thinks everything's going to be live for registration come Monday. So check the Cascade Games website for the Portland, Oregon System Open when you get a chance. Lastly, of course, we wouldn't be, or Dion wouldn't be here if it wasn't for sponsors like Salt Squadron. You can find them at Salt Squadron on Facebook. I'm sorry, by typing in Salt Squadron to Facebook. They're a really fun group of guys. Not only do they do the X-Wing stuff and the Destiny things, but we also goof around on occasion on Battlefront 2. And you've seen some of the Battlefront 2 streams that Chris Allen has put up for the Crate podcast site. So if you don't feel like watching X-Wing or screwing around with X-Wing sometime, come play some BF2 as well. And along with sponsors like Salt Squadron, we got to thank you, the listeners, people who've been donating to Dion and the Patreon through Patreon, as well as our Amazon Prime subscribers. Dion's setup here is really impressive, and it's all paid for by you, the listener. We got 4 computer screens up, 2 computer rigs, a whole bunch of wires for mics, and probably a good couple grand in just audiovisual equipment, not to mention travel expenses, food, lodging. So thank you all so much for being such great supporters of this ability, of our ability and our attempts to bring X-Wing events to everyone who can't make all the events or can't travel. And from last count, our high today was 520 viewers. So that's really awesome. Normally we expect a Swiss turnout of like 200 to 300 people, but everyone's been tuning in droves. And from what I understand, we were competing with the top 8 in UK for a while. So thanks for picking our American broadcast over that.
Or just watch them both. That's fine too.
Side to side.
Yeah,
that's the goal.
Yeah.
One day, Dion and I hope to bring a NFL Red Zone type broadcast capability to this, so we can go flashing from one string to the other. One day that'll work. We're gonna have to work up with the OBS guys, and as well as coordinating between the different streams. But eventually, that's going to be the reality. And slowly but surely, we are getting labels hooked up here to make it easier for everyone at home to keep track of the shields, the damage state, the game state, and everything. So Dion flew in from Chicago. I flew in from Philadelphia. And while my trip was pretty long because of all the connecting flights, Dion's was much worse than mine.
Hey, oh yes, it was rough. But hey, look, we got numbers.
We have numbers.
We have numbers. So we'll be able to track. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4 on our overlay here in order there. So you can track which Wookiee has damage. I'll work on making those a little bit more visible. I just wanted to get the labels out there.
Awesome.
First, there we go. Thank you, technology, for working. And thank you to I think Peter was saying it. Thank you so much to my patrons, man. You guys are the only reason why this is possible. I'm super thankful for our sponsors because, you know, we made this opportunity for them, but at the same time, none of this ever happens if the almost 400 people who support me and the podcast through Patreon, if that wasn't a thing. So you guys are awesome.
We're at 30 minutes. This game has gone fast, though slow.
Right. Yeah, I mean, well, they started a little bit late. The time, you know, like I said, here they're starting that clock right away. They have to. I think the cascade is put on the clock as well, so they have to really make sure that they keep time because the convention hall will close. They're setting dials.
They are setting dials. Dion, do you know who did that paint job for Rich? Is this another Matt Herb creation?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, so Gambler Tuba, that's actually a great idea. I love that, but I need a lot more cameras.
Yeah.
And you know what? We'll work up to it. How about that? We'll work up to it. I like
Gambler Tuba, if you can get us another 100 Patreon, then we can get you another camera.
Well, I like it though. I like the enthusiasm. Alrighty, so looks like our Wookiee number 4.
We do have people running up back and forth trying to get the damage update.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
The problem is I don't think our numbers correspond to the numbers that are on the ships themselves.
No, we have this is accurate now.
This is accurate.
This
now?
is accurate
Okay.
to our left side. We're double checking. We do need to double check Sue's damage because he took more than that. All right, this is Wookiee number 3 moving.
Oh, I like that. That's a nifty little. It's a nifty little move.
He's creating a little bit of space with that. I'm curious to see what he does with Wookiee number 2. Is that right?
Yeah, 2. I like that. I know it's a little aggressive. That bumped a little bit. But he's not hitting the cloud, regardless of the little accidental bump. But see, because Rich took the 3 bank instead of the hard, he is in prime position to broadside everything now.
Oh yeah, he's in a good spot. He wants to see if he can bait some shots out of the Wookiees and start absorbing some of that damage. So Nym has no shields anymore. So we're just updating Nym's. So N'dru shields are gone, and Nym's shields are gone. Assaj is still full, right? 'Cause she's a beast.
Dion, I love this ballsy play by Dan. He doesn't care that he's boxing in a bomblet generating dropping ship.
What he's saying is, he's saying, Richard, I don't believe that you can kill all of these Wookiees in 29 minutes.
It's true.
That's what he's saying.
You can't. But it's just boxing in something like Nym like that.
I mean, yeah, Richard, no doubt, is going to be dropping a bomb here. Yeah, we have all our Wookiees labeled now, so this is going to be so much easier to track the damage. Get that off that token.
So this is going to be okay. So because Rich took that 3 hard in, it makes his next move a little more predictable. I would have preferred him take maybe a 2 straight or another 3 soft, unless he's saying YOLO and just going to eat the stress.
I mean, Assaj does have a great green dial, but he needs to have target lock focused shots. Rich is thinking about his actions. You know, this is one thing when people play on camera. Some people play differently, some people don't. I hope that Richard is being cognizant of the time because he does need enough time to kill these Wookiees.
I think he can take that Wookiee number 1 down. He's going to get a focus fire from at least N'dru and Assaj. And depending where Nym goes, he's probably going to get he may get an auto blaster turret from the bump.
Well, I mean, Nym only has 5 hull left, so he doesn't want to be getting shots.
Well, Nym's definitely going to get shot by at least 2, right? Unless he bumped somehow. Well, we'll see. Yeah. I don't know if he can escape the arcs of 1 and 2.
The forward one actually isn't too bad. You take only 2 shots. You have an auto blaster. So N'dru took a target lock on Wookiee number 4, whose shields are down.
Nym does drop the bomb.
He's dropping the bomb. I like it.
Because we don't care about N'dru.
No, you have no place in this story. You're nothing. Not even to me. I know that's not the line, but what if? So Nym is trying to get out of town here. Creating some range 3 shots.
Nym's going to make it, but now does he? Yeah, he's going to get that. Oh, see, yeah. Now he's got a range 1 from the 4.
He does. The shields are down on number 4, Wookiee number 4 there.
So Dan's doing a wonderful job juggling damage right now. And this is almost exactly how Aaron Bonner juggled damage with triple Ks. Because the tail of the tape, you can see from the damage right now that
everything's nice and spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's Dan Murphy's game. The danger is if they all go, if they start losing health too fast and they're all at like 1 and 2, and all of a sudden they start popping like balloons. So we'll see what happens here. Assaj is in a prime spot to get a range 2 target lock focus on
Assaj is out of the bomb
number
range,
1.
right?
Maybe.
I'm just trying to locate by N'dru there, and Assaj does look like it's 2 bases away from the bomb.
Well, it's 2.5 bases for range 1. So 1, 2, it's close.
Yeah.
It's very close. So the bomb goes off. I mean, they didn't measure to Assaj. They need to. We're going to go for N'dru first.
That's 2.
Takes 2 and dice. So N'dru gets taken off the table. I mean, it was a risk, calculator risk. It happens. Average says only 1 happens, but sometimes 2.
Rich rolled 2 hot for himself. Oh, that's 2 as well.
Is that on number 1?
That's what Rich pointed to.
Okay.
And I'm seeing 2 more damage go down, so it had to be in 1. Yeah. Now it's 2.
That's number 2.
So number 1 took 2. Number 2 took 2 and a crit. It looks like Assaj is within the thing. And Assaj takes 1.
Damage engine.
And Assaj just took 1.
Right. All right, we're just making some corrections there.
Interesting. So 3 is at full health, and full hull, or no, he is pretty high.
So here is auto blaster turret. We got hit, crit. Oh, flying dice. We know at least one of these are gonna get in. That's 2 going to be going into 2. And it looks like it's hit crit. Or at least hit.
Assaj is looking at 1 is range 2 and 4 is range 3.
That's range 2.
Damage is updated right now.
Yep, we just added right now. Hit, blank focus. He probably has a focus token, which is why he's keeping that focus result. Rerolls, and we're gonna get hit crit. Sorry, hit. Evade plus reinforce, and he's fine. So Kyle from Salt Squadron says he wanted me to let the people know that we're having a giveaway contest in the coming days on our Facebook page. Prizes include stickers, alternate art cards, and a salty surprise. Stay tuned for details.
Number 1 is shooting into Nym right now.
We got Wookie Commandos.
Yep. Rerolling those.
That's a 1.
Yep, for 1. Blanked.
He takes 1. Looks like it's range 3.
Yep.
Here are 3 more dice. Man,
Reroll
he
that
is rolling a
focus.
little bit below average right now. That's a crit.
And that's
Nym is
evaded.
safe. Richard is pumped. And again, we're looking for the saltiest moment of the game. Post it in the chat. So range 1 shot.
The green dice
from
going
number 2.
flying.
All right, this could hurt. Looks like we have some crits in there.
Oh.
Bouncing out the box. Hit crit. That looks like a double damage.
Oh, yeah, that does look at direct.
So he's going to be sitting at 1 hull.
No, he took 2 direct hits there. Consecutive direct hits.
Oh, they were consecutive direct hits?
Yeah.
He's gone. All right, so Nym is off the board. Now the question here is, did Nym do enough work with his bombs to make this job easy for Assaj? He has 21 minutes.
Well, he's got to kill 3 of them.
Yes, he does have to kill 3 of them.
That's not impossible because 2 are at 3 hull, 1's at 4 hull.
Yeah.
He's got a 1 turn each. He's got a 1 turn at Wookie for the next 3 rounds because I think at the rate they're going, they're only going to get 3 more rounds out of this, maybe 4. Hey, you know, Dion.
Yes.
While there's this lull in the action, I don't know about you, but my fiance is watching right now, and I'd like to say thanks, Sarah, for letting me come out to play. Thank you for being so supportive of my hobby. And Dion, I know you're married.
Yes.
Any shout-outs for you?
Yeah, shout out to my wife and my daughter. They're awesome. And again, yeah, my wife fully supports Gold Squadron podcast. She is all about it, and she's pumped that that I've been given the opportunity to do this because she loves that I'm doing something that I love to do. Because she's super supportive and awesome like that. So, thank you to my beautiful family.
Yeah, the WAGs, the real sponsors of Gold Squadron.
Yeah, I mean, if my wife turned around and said, you know, I don't think you're doing this anymore, or like, you know, it's the podcast or me, I'm like, all right, sorry guys, the podcast is done.
The Patreon would need to get you way more consistent money.
Right? Yeah. They're like, you know what, this could be yours. Man, I mean, that's a dream, right? Is to make enough money to not have to work. Like, somebody I know pretty well knows this, right? If something you love to do can become your job, I mean, that'd be super cool.
You know what, Dion? Listeners are bringing up a really good point. Even if Assaj could get to 3, he's probably going to get to half hull for the effort. So,
well, if we get she doesn't have glitter stem. So she doesn't have a glitter stem, which is common in a lot of Assaj builds right now.
Time Walker.
For the Time Walk. But with the stress, focus evade, and I mean there's some chances.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean it's tough. That
was a really, really, really rough one for Nym there.
If Nym could have lived one more turn and dropped another bomb, I think that could have flipped the game.
Gosh darn. And fucking.
Yep.
And rolling natties on N'dru. Beep. And rolling natties on N'dru. I feel Rich's pain right now. I'm trying to send him good energy, and I feel his pain. I want this so bad for him right now.
Well, I mean, we have to be objective, right? So Dan is playing a good game. He's making sure to have Richard spread out the damage, and I mean, good thing for Assaj here, though, right? Is we have arcs pointed in totally different directions. I mean, he has literally almost every part of the board covered. But if Assaj can scoop behind number 3 and just like try to get that one out, it is the one with the most health on the table.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can get it, it's gonna help. All right, here's number 3.
Yeah, 3's getting out of dodge. I can maybe see Assaj pumping up like a 3 bank to chase down the 3. Oh, you can see he can't do that because he's not going to be able to get around quick enough.
Get 3 bank 3 heart next turn after that. There's a 3 bank. Hold down that debris. Is he good?
He did do it. Okay, so he did try to chase down the 3.
Oh, that one's going to hit that.
You think?
Yeah. It's close.
I think it clears.
Like, touching is not overlapping. Is he safe? Let's see. Does he throw down the stress?
No. He has to be clear. Yeah.
Mobile arc is being shifted to the right side. I like it. I think Rich is only going to take 1 shot this turn from number 2. at
Yeah.
range 3.
But see, the problem is, even if he gets rid of 3, which he might be able to. No, he can't. He can't. He's not going to have enough time to turn around and get shots on everyone else.
There's 16 minutes left.
Yeah, and this is the. He was on a clock.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get. I think he's going to get 2 more rounds, quite frankly.
Yeah. He needs to get on. He needs to start speeding up to give himself a chance.
What?
What happened?
He put it on 1. Okay.
Number 1 is the one that's the most hurt.
Yeah. Touching is not overlapping.
Yeah, those are defined differently in the core rules. So, getting Assaj back on the base. And that is a range 1 shot on number 1. It looks like the front is reinforced here, so there's no reinforce. Just a single die. Did he take a target lock?
He did. He took the target lock, but he doesn't have a focus because he moved the mobile arc. Looks like
there's just 2 hits there. Max he can do is that an evade or a focus? It looks like a focus. So it looks like number 1 takes 2.
Yeah.
And he might be sitting at 1 hull. Sitting at 2 hull.
He's got 5 damage.
The Wookiee here is measuring range. He does have 1 hull left. Okay. All right. Dice are waking up a little bit. And Assaj is fine.
Yeah. Assaj taking damage isn't the issue now because of the clock. I don't think Assaj gets the half hull, but he would have to commit to trying to kill 1 next turn and trying to one-shot 4, which is going to mean getting at least 1 crit to translate to a direct hit.
Right. Like the issue here with the, with choosing to shoot number 1 is that he has number 3 in front of him. There's no way that he's going to have a shot on number 1 next turn if Dan does what I would consider the right move and just bail with number 1 right now. He could have taken 2, maybe 3 turns of consecutive fire on number 3.
It wouldn't have been enough.
I mean,
right.
We don't know yet. There's 13 minutes still left on the clock. If they play at a faster pace, which they're not, that would have given them the best chance. You focus fire 1, get them down, you come back around, and you see if you can catch number 1 later.
Interesting. So the 2 is coming in to try to get behind Assaj. The 1's probably going to bail hard. Does the 1 bailing hard get him out of range?
If he does like a 4 forward, absolutely. There it is, 4 forward. He's out. He's going to end up being out of range because Assaj has to move.
Yeah.
Assaj probably does a 3 bank. I don't think the 3 hard's going to get her around the debris because of the angle she's at. She's a little bit too behind it. Her back half would clip. I didn't move any of these numbers. Number 1, this, number 2, number 4, and number 3. There's a 3 bank. I wonder why he's reinforcing the front. Okay. Because Assaj is not going to be in the front. The right choice would have been to do the back. He stresses that one. Spend the focus for 4 hits.
But no crits.
Yeah, he's going to be sitting at 2. Oh, there's a crit in there.
Bad news. Our clock is 1:12 off. They just called 10 minutes.
Council fire. Council fire on number 3. Said our clock's a little fast. 1 minute.
Yeah.
1:10 approximately. I can fix that. That's easy. So what are we at right now? So it would be, let's go 9:30. Ooh. That's not what I wanted. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a second. There we go.
You know what's surprising is most of the people I know flying multiple instances of harpoons were knocked out. It is we are living in a world where it is entirely possible that the harpoons have gotten to the top 7 and won't have to really face harpoons.
We have to see what the other lists are out there. There are still a few harpoon lists out there.
Is Nami flying harpoons?
Yes.
So that's about the
There's
only one I know about.
One of the gentlemen we saw earlier also has a harpoon in his list. I mean, do you think untimed Assaj wins this game?
No, because if this was untimed, then these ships aren't running away. They are engaging, so Assaj is taking way more punishment.
Okay. Because one thing that is...
Because look, now he's totally spread out. He doesn't care about arcs. He doesn't care about anything. He's just making it so it's impossible to shoot at any clump of things.
Assaj has to make some decisions here. Without engine, she is slow. He clears there. He'll have a range 3 shot on number 3. Maybe that's him reinforcing the back. It's hard to tell.
That's not enough.
Nope. That was Council Fire. Does not trigger this turn. Spends the target lock on a hit crit. Rank 3 through. All right, 3 dice, yeah. Plus the reinforce. That was going to happen. You dial in that 3 bank quickly, Richard. You got to save yourself some time.
Rich might be able to buy extra round if he snap dials.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, when you get to this point in the game and you need more time, a lot of the time you can go back and look, say, where did I took extra time? And in the early rounds, we got through like 45 minutes and they had only played like 3 rounds.
Yep.
And I mean, that hurts. And I don't want to call this early because I don't want to call Richard out, but I think probably if we had to call the saltiest moment of the game, sponsored by Salt Squadron, that's probably N'dru rolling 2 hits on herself on the bomblet generator and dying.
It was a calculated risk.
Yes.
Because I'll tell you what, if he didn't do that, we'd be talking about how he made the smartest move.
Oh yeah, of course.
But
and that's why it's extra salty. It's like I tried and it failed.
But Richard is a gambler. He's a roulette player like myself, so he doesn't care. He's a craps player and roulette player like myself, so he doesn't care. He's here for the rush and he wants to roll them dice.
Exactly right, Dion. Yeah, even though Assaj is a large base ship, these Wookiees have a lot of distance
And
in front of
just
them.
out. Oh.
So they're going to be range 3 shots plus reinforce. 5 minutes left. I mean, you got to put down a dial. Put down a dial. You don't have a shot. Oh, that's actually a pretty good salty moment there. You got the double direct hits into Nym. That hurt too. All right, here, let's take a vote. Let's vote for our saltiest moment of the game. Give me a 1 if you think N'dru bombing herself to death, and 2 for double direct hits into Nym for death. Choose our saltiest moment of the game. Calculating.
I'm not counting dose.
I think the majority is the double direct hits. Yep. All right, so there we go. Drawing double direct hits into Nym, saltiest moment of the game, sponsored by Salt Squadron. It's too bad, like, Rich has not had an opportunity to do a hard turn in order to take advantage of the 5 forward.
Yeah.
Like, that has hurt. Got 3 minutes left in the game. One crit. Target lock.
Looks like hit crit. And he's safe.
He's fine with reinforce.
Oh. You know, it took me a while, but I forgot how oppressively unfun reinforces.
Well, you had to play around it. Like, you had to focus fire down 1. You had to make sure that your big shots hit. Richard was unable to get that 5-dice N'dru missile off. And not only did he not get it, it also was only single modified. So, like, it was tough. So we're looking here. Assaj probably did, I mean, she's not going to catch the Wookiees in a turn. And it looks like we'll end with a score of 0 to 100 minus 42, which is 58. There you go. And it looks like we're waiting for dials for the last round. Minute 45 left on the clock. As this game wraps up, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate your support. I want to say a big thank you to my patrons, because without this, none of this is possible. If you want to join the cause and help support our streams, we're going to be doing several system opens. Next one's going to be in Glendale, Arizona in a couple weeks, but we'll be back tomorrow to do the finals here. But if you want to help us out, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Also, you can become a Twitch Prime subscriber by connecting your Amazon Prime account to Twitch, because Amazon owns Twitch. Simply go to Amazon, go to your settings, and you'll be able to connect it there. Become a subscriber, and it costs you absolutely nothing.
Totally free.
Totally free, because it's part of your Amazon Prime membership, and it throws a couple bucks our way. You can actually do that once a month. So we'd appreciate that. There's a bunch of people who have done it today, and we greatly appreciate it. Like we were talking about earlier, the cost to come here skyrocketed last night when my flight was canceled. I wanted to make sure we brought this stream here, make sure that the content was available for people to watch, for the tournament data to be able to analyze and practice. So I've always taken risks and just hope that the people will take care of me.
Just do it, guys. Just go on to Amazon right now and do the Twitch Prime. We can see it prompt, and it brings a small joy to my heart. Tonight, Dion and I will be having ramen noodles.
Yeah, lunch is, dinner's gonna be cheap for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have maybe an egg with the ramen.
We're gonna go to a restaurant. Like, can I buy an egg? Just one egg.
It's gonna be like an episode of Naruto, and it would be great if instead of Naruto we were more Bleach.
All right, that's time in the round. Richard's gonna try. This is gonna be his last shot. They haven't quite called it.
And we just got another Twitch Prime. Thank you, AT Leader.
Thank you so much. So hopefully you guys join us tomorrow. I will be checking tonight to see who shared our links.
He's always watching.
I'm always watching.
He knows if you've been good.
And we'll do that. So thank you so much. We will be back tomorrow, and we will be featuring the top 8 games sponsored by Curled Paw Creatives. Curled Paw Creatives is the leader in the third-party acrylic token business. He also does templates and all kind of other doodads for X-Wing. Whether you order their designs or commission your own, you will be sure that they look and function great on the table. Go to curledpawcreatives.com and visit their shop. And basically all of tomorrow is sponsored by Curled Paw Creatives.
And they do L5R too.
Yeah, they do all kinds of
Fate
stuff.
tokens, guys. Fate tokens.
Yep. And yeah, so let's go to our. Let's see. Let's go to the booth. There we go.
Hey guys.
All right, so it's been a long day. We brought you 5 exciting rounds of X-Wing. I'm sorry we couldn't get the first one in there. They started quick on us, and with me getting in so late or early, you know what I mean. I've only had like 3 hours of sleep.
I hear you, brother. I've had a couple myself, and I can tell you I'm feeling it too.
So we're going to be signing off here. Again, thank you to the patrons. If you want to support, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Enjoy the content. But we're going to get this done and have faith in the people to help us out. We'll be back tomorrow here, San Antonio, top 8, top 4. Yeah, top 8, top 4, and the final.
Thank you so much. And this is Peter Fu.
And I'm Dio Morales.
Thanks for watching.
Gold Squadron, out.